Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 7 of What If Naruto Was Neglected by His Family. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune because I'm going to be posting What If Naruto Joined the Akatsuki after this. So stay in tune for that and enjoy guys. And over on Anime King, I posted a new episode of What If Naruto created his own village. And I also posted a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. So go ahead and check out those and enjoy. And remember, if you're new, to click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So to do a bit of a recap, in the last part, we went through the preliminaries as Sasuke faced off against Narumi, as Narumi was still pissed about Sasuke giving Sakura the medicine to drug her, as Sakura thought that it was a chakra replenishing medicine, but he drugged her as he was going to try and rape the girls. As Narumi and him had an epic battle, Narumi wanted to kill him, but the proctor ended the match after seeing that Sasuke was losing a lot of blood after Narumi stabbed him in the stomach and he was bleeding out. As Narumi was named the winner of the match, Mai and Megami then fight as their battle came to a draw, as the both of them used techniques and epic fighting style, surprising the people of Konoha as they never knew that kids from the mist, Genins, were that strong. Naruto then faced off against Kiba as the match ended in a couple of seconds, as Naruto was named as the winner. Naruto Sensei then called Zabuza to the village to help train Naruto in the month, as Haku tagged along as well. While they spent the month training, and Narumi tried to get close to Yato as she really wanted to know if he was her brother. And in the finals, the both of them are going to fight in the first match. So the time went past and they all were ready. As the first match of the Chunin exams begin with Narumi versus Yato, as Yato told her that he knows Naruto and Naruto don't want to come back to this horrible village. As Narumi then get pissed as she started to fight hard, using the Kyuubi's chakra about one tail worth because she wanted to know where her brother was. As Naruto created a clone and had the clone use a seal, as Naruto then slammed it on her forehead. It was a chakra suppression seal, as all of the Kyuubi's chakra went back into her body, as Naruto then placed a sword at her neck, ending the match, seeing that she couldn't do anything right there, as her chakra was all messed up as well, so she couldn't use any sort of jutsus. As Yato won the match. The rest of the match was same as canon, up to Gaara's point, where Gaara started to flip out and the invasion began, as Mei told Naruto to help seal away the One Tails, as they wanted to show that the mist helped out Konoha. So Naruto went back there as he told all of them that they need to attack the One Tails and beat him down, because the seal that Naruto has now will not work on Gaara in this state. He's already lost it. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode, shall we? Gaara was still inside his sand spear as he was changing inside. Okay, now prepare for a large battle when he comes out of that, Naruto told all of the Genins behind him. Hey, you aren't a higher rank than us or someone that we even know. Why should we listen to you? Besides, if anyone should be in charge here, it should be our strongest, Sakura said as she was talking about herself. What the hell are you talking about, forehead? I mean, Narumi is probably the strongest person here, Ino said, starting an argument with her, making everyone's sweat drop. Perhaps we should listen to Yato for now, seeing that he is the only one who has a true plan, Shino told the group. Thank you, bug user. Now, are you going to prepare for a fight for our lives? Or are you going to let him kill you all? Naruto told them. All of them nodded as they got prepared, as Gaara burst out of the sand spear. As he looked different, half of his face and his arm was already transformed into the Biju. Mother wants blood, Gaara said, as you could see the bloodthirsty look in his eyes as his siblings backed away from him. Narumi, even if the One Tail is the weakest of all of us, he is dangerous because he wants to kill every human that he can, so be careful. I will, said Narumi as she got into a Taijutsu stance as all of them were in the arena as Gaara was on the opposite side glaring at all of them. As Yato then walked up, Gaara, I know what you are, but it doesn't make you a monster. I mean, does Megumin look like a monster to you? Naruto said, pointing at the girl, as Gaara glared over at her. No, she doesn't, because she doesn't let the monster control her. Now, come on, don't fight using its chakra anymore. Become your own person. Make your own name. So, how about it? Will you try to be Gaara instead of the crazy Jinchuriki? As Naruto then stopped as a ball of sand was sent towards him. But Naruto sliced it in half. Fine then. I guess we'll have to do this the hard way. Sand Shuriken, Gaara said as he fired dozens of them as everyone fled from the sand shurikens as they all start to attack back. As all of them start to fire shurikens with explosive notes, but when the smoke cleared, Gaara was perfectly fine. Well, that didn't work, said Ino. Fang over Fang, shouted Kiba as him and Akamaru rushed towards Gaara. But they were sent flying away with Gaara's sand, as the both of them recovered quickly. As Naruto speed through hand sign, wind style, ear bullet, as he hit Gaara's sand, pushing him back as Gaara roared out in anger. Meanwhile, with Minato, Mei, and Orochimaru. So sorry, Mizukage, my target was only going to be Minato, but you have to have your brat come into the finals, Orochimaru said with a chuckle. And what do you want with me, Orochimaru? Minato asked. Well, I am here to kill you, and to take Sasuke and your daughter for my experiments. But now I have a lava user from the mist to play with as well, Orochimaru said happily. But he then quickly jumped away as a ball of lava hit where he was before. Enough talk, said Mei, as she went through hand sign. Smoke scream, she said, as all of the smoke scream went over to Orochimaru, as she then clicked her teeth as it exploded. But Orochimaru quickly shed his skin as he left the shedded skin to burn, as Minato used his Harashin and teleported around. As Orochimaru was getting the crap beat out of him by Minato, as he quickly jumped back and did the Edo Tensei as two wooden coffins rose from the ground. Back with Zabuza, Haku, and Yashara, all three of them quickly realized that they couldn't get into the barrier that Mei was in, so they decided to make themselves useful. So they went to one of the weakest entry points of Konoha and helped protect it, as they were basically a three-person army cutting down all of the sound and sand ninjas. Meanwhile, back with the fight, Mei was facing off against the first and the second as she was having a tough time as they seemed to reanimate every single time she wounded them, and she had to dodge a lot of wooden spikes every time she used a lava jutsu. A water jutsu would counter it. Meanwhile, Minato was having trouble as Orochimaru managed to place a seal on him to stop him from using the Harashin, but Minato had Orochimaru dropped his sword, as the sword was now behind Minato, as the both of them were still fighting, and Orochimaru underestimated Minato. Even without his Harashin, he was still powerful. Minato then thrust forward as Orochimaru turned, as Minato kunai pierced through Orochimaru's shoulder. Orochimaru smirked as he called his sword, as he grabbed onto Minato's arms as the sword pierced through Minato's back, bursting through his stomach. With Mei, she created a clone, as the clone started to fill underground with lava. When the clone was finished, it poofed away. As Mei stood there, as the two Kages rushed towards her without saying anything, as she then threw a kunai with an explosive tag right on the ceiling as it exploded, as the whole thing caved down and both Kages fell into a pit of lava, and every time they would regenerate it just burned away, and it went like that over and over, as it was going to do that until the lava vanished or the Edo Tensei was finished. But Mei wasn't going to wait for that as she rushed over to where Minato and Orochimaru was. Meanwhile, with Naruto and the others, they beat down on Gaara, and Gaara released Shikaku as he then did his possum jutsu and collapsed on Shikaku's forehead as Shikaku took over. "Yes! I am finally free to destroy again!" Shikaku shouted as he was barely holding inside of the arena as the group stepped back. Narumi quickly bit her finger as she sped through hand sign, summoning jutsu, as there was a huge puff of smoke. "Oh, so it's you again, kid. Great. You brought me here to fight that monster?" said Gamabunta. "Yes, if you would please fight him, Gamabunta. He really is a Jinchuriki like me. He put himself to sleep and turned into that form," Narumi told him. "Well then, we will just have to wake him up quickly, because neither I want to fight a Jinchuriki," Gamabunta said. "Now let's go," as Gamabunta jumped forward, back with Mei and Minato. Damn it, was all Mei could think as she saw Minato. She didn't like him all that much, but he was a great help to defeat the snake bastard. Damn it, what are we going to do? But she then noticed that Minato wasn't actually dead yet, as Minato had his hands on Orochimaru. "Let's see how you will do if you can't shed your skin," said Minato, as seals start to appear on Orochimaru's body as he quickly kicked off of Minato, as Minato collapsed to his knees, as Mei then thrust forward as she speed through hand sign, as she hit Orochimaru with a lava ball that condensed on his hand and started to harden, making it impossible for him to do jutsu. "Prepare to die," said Mei as she jumped down in front of Orochimaru. Orochimaru quickly signaled as the Sound Force dropped the barrier and rushed to their master's aid, as they were already coming, so they got there pretty quickly, as the distraction happened and Orochimaru got away. As all of the envoys arrived, as they weren't expert on medical ninjutsu, so it was hard for them to help Minato, as they had to wait until the medics arrived. But he was losing blood and slowly dying. They then felt two chakra signatures appear, as it was Zabuza and Haku. As Mei then turned to Haku, "Haku, please heal the Hokage." Haku paused as she gave Mei a questionable look, as Mei just nodded. "I know he's a bastard, but we need to be on the village good side for now," Mei thought, as Haku walked over with a frown on her face, as she started to heal Minato. Back with Naruto and the others, Gamabunta had transformed into the nine-tailed fox, as Narumi had did the hench with him, as he sank his teeth in Shikaku, as Naruto was on top of it. As Shikaku fired a sandball at Naruto, but Naruto vanished, as he appeared right in front of Gaara and smacked his fist into Gaara's face, as the entire thing came crumbling down, as the sand then started to crumble away, as Gamabunta then vanished as well because of Narumi using so much chakra in the previous fight, as the two of them started to fall. As she closed her eyes, "This is not going to be good," she said, but then she felt something held her as she opened her eyes. "Yato, what are you doing?" she asked, blushing due to the fact that he was still holding her. "What, you're almost out of chakra. So I have a plan for us not falling to our death." As Naruto then used Water Bullet, as he created a small pond and used his wing jutsu to lighten their fall, so they did not fall hard into the water as they splashed down. Gaara also was safe because he landed on his sand. Naruto then put down Narumi as he went over to Gaara. "No, go away. I refuse. I refuse. I need to exist," shouted Gaara. "What are you going to do to my brother?" Temari screamed. But she and Kankuro was pinned down by the other Genins, as Naruto went into the small heap of sand that blocked everyone's view, as none of them knew what happened, but they heard Naruto call out the word seal as they saw a flash of light. As Naruto then emerged, "What did you do to him?" Kankuro yelled out at Naruto. "Let them go," said Naruto. "What?" said Kiba. "Let them go," Naruto said. As they saw how serious Naruto was, as they let them go, as they rushed over, as everyone was shocked to what they saw, Gaara was sleeping. "I fixed the seal. He will no longer be tormented by the Biju. Now go and take him back to your village. He's your family after all." As Temari told Naruto thank you for what he did, as they sunshine away. "Wait, we did all that work just to let them get away?" "God damn it," Naruto said. "Shut the hell up!" As Naruto then looked up to see that the barrier was gone. "This girl is so annoying," Naruto said. As Naruto went up to see what happened with Mei, Haku was nearly finished healing Minato, as all of the Genins came up to see him, except for Narumi, as the rest of them are all worried about their cage until Haku told them that he will be fine. Later that day, Minato was with his civilian council, as they waited for Mei to come after what she did for their village. They wanted to talk about a peace treaty. "Now, I am glad that you're okay to be here for this meeting, but I have to tell you some bad news," one of the council members told Minato. "What is it, Sakio?" said Minato. "Well, you see, Narumi has denied Sasuke so bad, she placed him in the hospital, and he no longer wished to pursue a relationship with her at this time. Plus, it is hard to say if he will try to go with her in the future or not." "So how does this change a plan?" Minato asks. "Well, I suggest that we just wait for the next generation, seeing that this one has failed us. I suggest we use her to strengthen the treaty and get the White Fox on our side." Another one of the council members said. "Wait, what do you mean?" A person beside him said, confused. "Well, this treaty is always based on word alone, but if we ask for the Uzumaki to marry the White Fox, now seeing that she's loyal to the village, if we were attacked, he would try to help her because he wants to help his wife's village." Immediately, they all went for a vote over it, and they suggest that that would be the best choice. After that, Mei and the rest of the council showed up, not knowing what just went on, as Mei and them sit down for the peace treaty. Later that day, all of the Genins were there so they could receive their ranks. "Will Yato Rastashi, Mai Tarumi, Megami, Narumi Uzumaki, and Shikamaru Nara please come up?" said the proctor. "Seeing that our cage is preoccupied, I will be giving the rank," said the proctor. "Now, Narumi Uzumaki and Shikamaru Nara, from your abilities shown in the Chunin exams, I give you the rank of Chunin," the proctor said, as the both of them took the vest. "Yato Rastashi, Mai Tarumi, and Megami, seeing that your Mizu cage is busy, I will give you your ranks. For the abilities that you have shown, I give you the title of Chunin," he said, as he tossed them their vests as well. As the entire group then went out to the barbecue shack, as Naruto and his girls sit together, as the rest of the Konoha group talk and laugh. As after that they went home. Later that night, Naruto was currently changing as he heard a knock on his door. As he went to the door without a shirt, as he saw Narumi standing there, as she blushed a bit, as she then looked up, seeing that he was still wearing his mask, even though he didn't have a shirt on. "What is it?" Naruto asked. "Oh, I just want to thank you for saving me." "Oh, well, you're welcome. Is that all?" "Well, yeah," she said. "Alright, goodbye," as he shut the door. "Why the hell am I so flustered?" As she then heard a chuckle from her mind. "What is it, Kyubi? You know, if he is really Naruto, things are going to become really awkward and complicated." "I know," said Narumi. but he's always wearing that mask. The next day, Naruto, Mai, Megami said their goodbyes as they were all leaving to the mist again. So, how did the peace treaty go? Haku asks. Well, it went really well. But Naruto, if my council cannot find a way to stop this, you will have to do something, said Mei in a very soft voice. Really? What could Konoha possibly want from me? Oh, nothing. They just want the White Fox to marry Narumi Uzumaki. As the group then turned towards Naruto, who just went silent, as it took 10 seconds for everything to kick in, as Naruto then screamed out, "What?" As Naruto was pissed off all the way back home, as everyone walked in silence, as Mei told him that he has to do this until the village get back to their feet. But Naruto asked them about this special problem, both of them being damn related, as Mei told him that he just had to wait along with it until the mixed village get back to its feet. As Naruto then went silent as he was pissed off and angry. And this was confusing as hell. They were family. When they got back to the village, Naruto said his goodbyes as he went home. Back at Konoha with Narumi right after the treaty meeting. So Narumi, when do you think you will get to lead your first mission? Ino asks. I have no idea, but I'm just happy that we all made it out of that crazy battle alive. I mean, really, who would have expected that the sand would turn on us and the mist village to help us? At that time, they saw Kushina entered as she looked tired and annoyed. You okay, Mom? Asked Narumi as Kushina sat down on the couch. Well, the treaty went well, but the civilian council and the elders wanted there to be a political marriage. And no matter what I did, they forced it, and I can't do anything to stop it, Kushina told them, a bit annoyed. So, who's the person being married? Asked Ino. I mean, I want to do the best for my clan, but being married to someone that I don't know, well, that's kind of weird. As Kushina then turned, I am sorry, Narumi, but they want you to be married off to the White Fox. What? I am being married off to Yato? With no chance of to see if I like him or not? Narumi said, as she was surprised to what her mother just said. I thought I would find someone to fall in love with, but now they're just marrying me off? As Kurama then chuckled, why are you laughing? Asked Narumi. Ever since the Chunin exam begins, you've been starting to think about someone differently, said Kurama. What are you talking about? Said Narumi, as she just went silent. A few days later, Narumi, you are wanted by the Hokage, a Anvu member told Narumi as he shunned Shin away, as Narumi went to see what she was needed for. As Narumi was in the office with Ino, Tenten, Sakura, and along with Kurenai, Narumi, I feel it is time for you to be leading a mission, but you will be leading along with Kurenai, said Minato. Normally, I would just have you lead a squad on your own, but for this mission, you need to be careful. You need to get a rare scroll owned by a rich merchant back from a thieving bandit. Now, bandits won't be a problem for Genin, but there is a chance that they have trained samurais. So that is why you will be leading Ino, Tenten and Sakura, and Kurenai, you will be leading your own team. As he told them the mission details, as they all then went off. It took them a few days to get there, but the mission was rather easy as they took care of the bandits and got the scrolls. And they were near to the hidden mist, as Kiba suggested that they pass through the hidden mist to see what it was actually like, now that their two villages are going to be allies. And Narumi wanted to go because she wanted to see the White Fox and maybe if Naruto is there as well. As they were allowed in the village, as Tenten and all of them are looking around, as Tenten wanted to see the weapon shop, as she heard about the wonderful swords of the 7 swordsmen, as she wanted to see a weapon shop here. as they asked a random person for a weapon shop, as the man guided them to Yoshiko's shop. As they all entered, as Yoshiko asked them how can he help them, as they stocked up on kunais and shurikens, and they were also looking around. Amazing, said Tenten, as she looked at the remarkable weapons, and also there were some great seals there as well. Who made these seals? Tenten asked, as she looked over at Ayaka. Well, it was one of my closest friends, said Ayaka. Do you want me to get him for you? Ayaka asked. That would be great, said Tenten. Well, I don't want to see any seal master, said Kiba. Come on, Shino, as he went off with Shino, as Yoshiko was stopped by a customer. Oh, you guys can go ahead and meet him, he's around the back, said Yoshiko, as they all went around to see the blonde-haired boy sitting down in the field meditating, as they recognized here. Wait, isn't he the white fox? Asked Ino. Looks like, said Narumi, as Naruto instantly felt the chakra signature. What the hell? Why are they here? Naruto said to himself, as he had his back turned to them. He then pulled out a small scroll as he bit his finger and wiped his blood on it as a mask poofed up, as he took it and put it on his face and tied it behind his head. Nice to see you guys again, he said as he turned around. It's you, Yato, they said as they looked at him. Oh, so you're the master sealer, said Tenten. Well, I should have guessed after what you did back at Konoha, as Naruto followed them out back to the shop after putting on his shirt. It was then that someone rushed towards him as a person swiped at him with a wooden sword as Naruto caught it between his fingers. Can you stop doing this when we have customer? No, the boy said as he looked to be around 12. My name is Tashiko, and I will defeat you, and I will become the greatest swordsman alive. How will you do that when your mother won't even let you have a real sword? Naruto asked him. Tashiko then glared at Naruto angrily. Alright, don't worry. I'll train you tomorrow, okay, Tashiko? Really? As Tashiko smiled. Alright then. 7 ninja swordsmen? Are you one of them? Tenten asked. Well, I'm kind of new, and my swords are new as well. Wait, can I see them? Tenten asked. Naruto shrugged as he brought out his swords. Wait, weren't these the ones that you used against Gaara? Ino asked, remember in the fight? Yeah, well you need something powerful to defeat one of those things. Those bijus are crazy powerful even when they are sealed and unsealed, Naruto told them. Wait, you have seen a biju and lived to tell about it? Narumi asked. Yeah, well, I couldn't do much. All I could do was seal it away when it got tired out, Naruto said as he tried to not let Konoha know too much about his power. Okay then, so what do you think about Jinchurikis? Narumi asked him as all of them waited for Naruto's answer. Well, seeing that I'm dating one of them, I don't have a problem being around them. Wait, you already know that Narumi is one? Tenten asked. No, I didn't know that. I was talking about Megami. But I guess I get to know another Jinchuriki then, Naruto said, as he was cursing in his mind. This is wrong on so many levels. On one hand, we are brother and sisters, and I still don't trust her even if my Haku and Megami sort of does, Naruto thought as he looked at his sister. But she is family. But no, she's one of the ones who hate me. Well, is there anything else I can do for you guys? Naruto asked. The girls said their goodbyes as they went off to explore the village some more. Well, that was an interesting stop. What should we do next? Hinata asked. Well, let's see if we can get some new clothing, said Ino here. Let's see what kind of style they have. The others didn't have any better idea, so they decided to go with her. As they arrived at a store, as a girl was there reading a magazine, she looked up at them and then she looked back down at her magazine as they then went up at the counter after picking out some stuff. As the girl placed down the magazine, as they all looked at the article in the magazine, as it was an entire page on the white fox in the mist. Geez, Yato is pretty popular around here, Tenten said, as the girl looked at her confused. Who exactly are you talking about? Who's Yato? The girl said. I mean, the white fox. His real name is Yato, said Ino. I am sorry, but you must be new around here, because the white fox name isn't Yato. It is Naruto Uzakaze. As Naruto never called himself Uzumaki or Namikaze, he called himself Uzakaze. And Naruto is one of the wanted bachelors around here because of his CRA. Wait, Naruto? Hey Kurama, do you think it's my brother? Asked Narumi. It is quite possible. I mean, I did give him a lot of power before I left. And I know that he was already good at Fuinjutsu before I left him and came in here with you. But that means that you're due to marry your own brother, even if his DNA is slightly changed due to the bloodline that I gave him, Kurama said. Wait, are you sure it's Naruto? Narumi asked the girl, completely serious. Yes, everyone in the village knows that. He's really popular around here. As Narumi then rushed out of the store and rushed to the location that they were, as the girls were confused but they followed behind her. Narumi, what's the problem? Tenten asked as they caught up to her. You know how I have always been looking for my brother, right? Narumi said. Yeah, and you haven't had any leads for a very long time, so what does it matter? Well, seeing as you forgot, I told you guys that his name was Naruto. Plus, those eyes and the hair. The white fox is my brother, Narumi said. Now wait, if he was your brother, don't you think he would have told you already? I mean, once a family, always a family, right? Ino told her, as Ino knew that it would be a really awkward situation. He couldn't be your brother. I mean, he left before we finished the academy. And he wasn't even top of the class. I mean, he couldn't have survived and did these amazing things. He never even finished his schooling. You're just going to make things really awkward and crazy between you and the white fox, Ino said. But Narumi didn't listen as she just kept on walking. As she then rushed off, leaving them behind. As she saw Naruto, she then saw him walk around the alley as he was throwing out some trash. Naruto, she said, as his back was turned. So tell me, which do you like better? The Mist Village or Konoha, where you grew up? Narumi asked, trying to get him to talk without looking too crazy, as in her mind she don't know how Naruto look at this moment because of him growing up and she hasn't seen him in years. What are you talking about? He said, his back still turned. The first time I went to Konoha was when I was in the Chunin exams. The first time I saw you was at the Chunin exams when you were talking to your best friends, Naruto said. Narumi then chuckled as Naruto remained quiet. I never told you or your girlfriends that they were my best friends. Damn it, Naruto said. Why the hell did I have to say that? Naruto then took a deep breath as he turned around. As she looked closely, as she remembered an image of Naruto when he was much younger. Even if he has changed, it is him. So, he said, you found me out. What do you want? As everyone else showed up, even Mei Terumi was there, the Mizukage who came to visit Naruto. As Narumi then walked up to him. You really are him, right? She said. Yeah, it's me. As everyone eyes went wide, as Narumi did something that none of them would expect. Go for it, said Kurama, as Narumi then kissed him, shocking the hell out of Naruto as well, as Naruto froze, as she then spoke after breaking the kiss. I want to tell you how I actually feel about you, she said. But guys, in the end this episode right here, if you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. But I'm out. Peace.